Musician Ani DiFranco started playing in public when she was just 9 years old, eventually forming her own record label, Righteous Babe Records. 4 decades later, she's written a memoir about the road she's traveled since and about how both she and the world have changed. NewsHour Weekend's Christopher Booker has our story.
After all the notes from editors and the revisions, Ani DiFranco is happy with what she's written and ready to sit down to record the final draft of her story. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it seems so subjective. I mean, even me telling my own story, I feel like it's just one lady's opinion.
Throughout her career, there have been many opinions about Ani DiFranco, usually articulated with an impressive array of hyphens. One-woman show, feminist entrepreneur, folk punk indie rock singer. And throughout, she's been more than willing to weigh in with opinions of her own, on everything from women's rights to sexual abuse to patriarchy.
I am not a pretty girl. That's not what I do.
But today, perched in a New Orleans church converted into a recording studio, she's a narrator, starting on page 1 of her long-awaited memoir, No Walls and the Recurring Dream.
I remember being on stage one night in a tight little dress.
Even though she has recorded 20 studio albums, sold 5.5 million records, and won a Grammy, her memoir is not a highlight reel. Rather, it's a retelling and interpretation of how it all got started, detailing how a child from Buffalo grew up, started her own record label, and launched an independent music career that not only garnered legions of fans, but for many listeners, served as an introduction to a new generation of feminism, one in which she would take a leading role.
How come I can pick my ears but not my nose? Who made up that rule anyway?
I contacted a number of my friends whom I knew were fans of your music, and one friend in particular said, of the many things I appreciate about Ani and her music is that she showed me as a 16-year-old that life is messy, that I can be myself and my full self.
Those are the stories I get on the street now. So many of my fans, have grown up like I've grown up, and they come to me now and they're like, check out what I've done, and you kicked it off for me. And even the dudes, I love the dudes who are like, man, somebody gave me that first tape, and it's like I suddenly realized what it's like to be a chick.
Since her 1990 self-titled debut, Ani DiFranco's music, released on her label Righteous Babe Records, has long made the personal political. A self-described bridge between the traditions of folk music and contemporary times. She sang about everything from body image, menstruation, bisexuality, to how she navigated a world where men often hold a disproportionate amount of power. With 1-800 on her own printed on the back of the tapes and CDs she sold out of her car, fans could call Righteous Babe Records directly. As she writes, the number was part mail order, part youth crisis hotline, and part activist networking switchboard.
There's a lot of people out there who feel that their story, and rightly so, who feel that their stories are not being told on TV or, in history books, or, who feel that they are just not, their voices aren't included.
He says, call me Mr. Franco. If there's anything I can do, I say it's Mr. Franco to you.
By the middle of the decade, after she toured constantly, word of DiFranco had spread, and this would change things for her.
Unencumbered by producers and publicists, DiFranco gets to be her folk punky bisexual self on record and to communicate with her fans, of whom there are a growing and devoted number, directly. Is this any way to run a career?
Turns out it was a good way to run a career. After MTV flashed the 1-800 number on the screen at the end of that segment, Righteous Babe received so many phone calls they had to unplug the phone and figure out how to pay for the bill, which was thousands of dollars.
It's a real pleasure to welcome Ani DiFranco.
There would be more appearances on television, music videos, and magazine covers. In the late 90s, Ms. Magazine projected her as one of the 21 feminists for the 21st century, and her live album, Living in Clip, went gold. But as her fame increased, so did the weight of being a cultural beacon. As she writes, the high demands from her fan base grew ever more challenging. Her once celebrated status as a voice for female empowerment was scrutinized with each new career decision.
Just the thought of our bed makes me crumble like plaster where you punch the wall beside my head and I try.
In the old days, I talk about how intense and, voracious and almost cannibalistic, my listeners could be. It's like, no, don't go over there, stay here. I need you here. And this person's like, no, come over here. I like it better over here. And you feel so pulled to affirm each unaffirmed person. You pretty quickly realize you can't. You can't.
People talk about my image like I come in 2 dimensions. Like lipstick is a sign of my declining mind.
As the millennium came to a close, Righteous Babe Records was a robust company, DeFranco's prolific writing, recording, and constant touring providing the fuel. But as she recounts, by 2001, she found herself exhausted and realized she had to slow down and start thinking differently. And this is where she concludes her memoir, at the end of what she now calls her making of period. The years since, what she calls the remake, have been less intense, but certainly not stagnant. A relocation to New Orleans, motherhood, tours, and more music. And while the tempo of her life may have changed, the spirit that she brought to those early club days never left.
How do you think a young Ani would respond to Me Too?
If this had been happening when I was young, I guess I would have just felt less like a voice in the wilderness, I really have felt that way a long time. And even essences of resentment towards other young women going, thank you for saying what I can't say, and me thinking, why can't you say it? Why has it gotta be me? I don't wanna say it for you. I want us all to say it.
But in writing her memoir, DeFranco says she sees a welcome disconnect between some of the things she sang about so many years ago and where she sees things now.
Writing about that experience of second-class citizenry that I had through my formative years and, now as I enter an age of maturity, I look around and I think, I don't think my daughter is experiencing that in the way that I did. I got a kid in the 6th grade and I look around at her friend set and they know what's up. They know that it doesn't matter what color you are or what sex you are. And they're not as hindered as I was and my generation. And that's thrilling.
But this feeling doesn't extend to everything. Some of her songs hold just as much punch as they did when they were first written. Particularly, a song she wrote shortly after the Columbine massacre, To the Teeth.
The sun is setting on the century, and we are armed to the teeth. We're all working together now to make our lives mercifully brief.
What's it like for you to play To the Teeth 20 years later when it still has such relevance?
Yeah.
You could play it now and you could be singing about Parkland.
It can be very discouraging to recognize that. Yeah, when you have these sort of time capsules of, I thought gun violence was completely out of hand 20 years ago, and so did you, remember? Yeah, to be afraid to bring your kids to school. It's just not okay.
And every year now, like Christmas, some boy gets the milk-fed suburban blues, reaches for the available arsenal, and saunters off to make the news.
I didn't get to write that song and then solve the world's problems. You just have to believe that you stay on the path of being real and putting love into the world.
Because the world owes me nothing, and we owe each other the world. Now do it 'cause
I think in my work I've sort of tried to talk about my experiences and my struggles, but then show a sense of possibility.
and I do it just because